Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. American Truth here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a portion of Agenda 21 and the plan to depopulize the planet by 95% by the year 2030. Right after this.
Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Alright, welcome back. I love playing that intro. Worked really hard on it. Alright, so you've heard me talk about Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. You've even heard me tell you where to find these documents. I seriously doubt anybody's ever actually read these documents. You really need to. Because it's important. Alright, it is very important to read these documents because it affects you. So, just so people don't think I'm nuts, I'm going to go ahead and show that document to you now. Alright? There it is, sustainabledevelopment.un.org. Content, Documents, Agenda 21 PDF. This link will be in the description below. It covers 4 sections: social and economic dimensions, conservation and management of resources for development, strengthening the role of major groups, and finally, means of implementation. Alright, so this is basically their way of forming a one-world government. You ask, why is there going to be a one-world government? Well, there has to be, in order for them to achieve the goals that they want. There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians out here, right? So, without further ado, I do want to go ahead and play a short clip, about 5 minutes. It's important that you watch it. It's important that you hear what's going on and understand that this could be, and probably is, a very real thing. Here we go.
Agenda 21 is an action plan of the United Nations,
the images, they
the
are
UN,
stretched, but
related to sustainable development and was an outcome of the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, the UNCED, held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in 1992. It is a comprehensive blueprint of action to be taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of the UN governments and major groups in every area in which humans directly affect the environment. That means you. The full text of Agenda 21 was revealed at the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, the Earth Summit, held in Rio de Janeiro on June 13, 1992, where 178 governments voted to adopt the program. The final text was the result of drafting, consultation, and negotiation, beginning, exoterically, in 1989 and culminating, at the 2-week conference. The number 21 refers to an agenda for the 21st century. In 1997, the General Assembly of the UN held a special session to appraise 5 years of progress on the implementation of Agenda 21, Rio +5. The Assembly recognized progress as uneven, and identified key trends, including increasing globalization, widening inequalities in income and a continued deterioration of the global environment. A new General Assembly resolution, S19/2, promised further action. The Johannesburg Plan of Implementation, agreed at the World Summit on Sustainable Development, Earth Summit 2002, affirmed UN commitment to full implementation of Agenda 21, alongside achievement of the Millennium Development Goals and other sinister in nature and criminal in intent, international agreements. There are 40 chapters in the Agenda 21, divided into 4 main sections. Section 1, Social and Economic Dimensions, which deals with poverty, especially for developing countries, changing consumption patterns, promoting health, change population and installing sustainable settlement in localized decision-making. Section 2, Conservation and Management of Resources for Development, includes atmospheric poisoning, deforestation, taking control of fragile environments, conservation of biological diversity, biodiversity, control of population and management of biotechnology and radioactive wastes. Section 3, strengthening the role of major groups. Includes the roles of children and youth, women, clubs, groups, organizations, fraternities, local authorities, business and workers, and determining the role of indigenous peoples in their community and farmlands. Section 4, means of implementation. Implementation includes science, technology transfer, education, international institutions and financial mechanisms. In the various subsections of the Agenda 21 document, the agenda will be carried out through a wide range of sub-programs and various acts which will be enacted starting in all of the G8 countries. Agenda 21 is viewed by the American right as a plan to stealthily impose worldwide centralized control over people, attacking private property and energy usage. A resolution approved by the Republican National Committee on the 13th of January 2012 asserted that Agenda 21 is a comprehensive plan of extreme environmentalism, social engineering, and global political control. Ultimately, Agenda 21 is a globalist tool, empowering an ever-tightening stronghold the UN has on the entire world. It is turning the world's food supply over to Monsanto, the people that gave us Agent Orange, for their public debut. Get involved, ask questions, write your congressman, fight Agenda 21, and the banksters behind it. Before it is too late to fight, it's already too late to run. You are in it, like it or not. You only have to choose to have a voice, or not.
There you have it. I'll put the article with that video in the description. Basically, a lot of questions came up. Why is our food being grown by Monsanto? They've been doing that for a long ass time. Their excuse is, we're overpopulated and we need stuff to grow faster. It makes sense, right? So they're going to modify these organisms to be more resistant to pesticide, which doesn't make sense because they're a pesticide company. They're cutting their own throat, right? But no, they're not. They're actually booming. They're more resistant to a lot of different stuff. They are genetically modified. And when we take organisms that are not natural for us and put it in our body, lots of things happen. If we go back and look at some of the cancer research, a lot more people are getting cancer younger than they ever were before. We're having cases of flu and things like that come up that people aren't resistant to that they should be. Alright? So if we're going to control the population and we're going to get it down, that's the way to do it. I mean, or we could have biological attack, World War III, whatever. A lot of events that have come up recently have really got me thinking. You know, is this the way we're headed? Now, in this document, it does not say we're going to kill the population, but there is, let me see. I know it's in here. Well, that's one way to find it. Some economics are questioning traditional concepts of economic growth and underline the importance of pursuing economic objectives that take account to the full value of natural resource capital. More needs to be known about the role of consumption in relation to economic growth and population dynamics. The growth of world population and production combined with unsustainable consumption patterns places increasingly severe stress. Here we go. That's what I wanted right there. Right there. The growth of world population and production combined with unsustainable consumption patterns places increasingly severe stress on life-supporting capacities of our planet. If you didn't see that, if you didn't read through the lines, get ready to board the train. Okay? I knew it was in there. I just had to find it. I don't know it like the back of my hand, but I knew it was in there. Right? So, what are we going to do? I mean, can we stop it? Are we just going to roll over on our belly and be like, oh, well, you know. Or can we do something? I don't know. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this channel a subscription. Hit that bell for notifications. Leave me your comments and thoughts below. And until next time, stay sane out there, right?
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.